Welcome to our series on radome and bumper testing, where we cover everything you need to know about radome testing and the usage of the powerful QAR50. You have probably heard about the QAR50 and the QAR50-R. Let me take a few minutes to explain the differences and the application of each device. So on the slide here, you see on the left-hand side the QAR50 and QAR50-R on the right-hand side. So R doesn't mean the sporty version of the instrument, it just means the instrument that is designed to be robot mountable. So what are the differences? Basically, there's no electronic differences between the two instruments, so all the electronic hardware from Rohde and Schwarz is the same. The only difference is the integration. So with the QAR50 that we have here in the studio, and which is also on the left-hand side of the slide, it weighs around 80 kilograms, so it's quite heavy. And you would need a quite expensive robot to actually be able to mount it and to move it. QAR50R is more lightweight, so it only weighs about 20 kilograms, and therefore you can mount it on much smaller robots and move it around. So if we sum it up, the QAR50 is designed in order to measure design emblems, and the QAR50R is designed to measure the bumpers. So for stationary parts, you can use the QAR50. And if the part is moving, you can also use the QAR50. When do you need the QAR50R? Is when you have a big sample, which you can't easily fit into the QAR50, and you want to move the robot around the bumper in order to reach all the remote positions where you have to measure the radar transparency of the bumper. What are integration examples? How could that look like? So on the very left of the slide, you can see the old QAR being integrated in an end-of-line production tester. So the QAR is lying on top, the samples are below it, and they are rotating and being measured with the QAR. The center shows an integration example with the QAR50. We can easily insert the sample from the front. We can perform the measurement and then remove the sample. So that means it's a small sample, we can use the QAR50. On the right-hand side, you see the QAR50R mounted on the robot. So that is exactly where you have the big samples and you want to move the robot around the samples in order to read the remote positions. I hope I could clarify when to use which instrument. And that was actually the intention of that video.